Hello, my name is Adam Hill, and today I will be giving a few pointers on how to keep an online energy law firm safe from cybersecurity threats. Now, when considering cyber threats in the energy law industry, it's important to be aware of what the governing laws may be. And this is going to depend on who your clients are. So, presuming that the firm in this hypothetical has clients engaged in interstate and or international commerce, federal legislation is going to be the main source of governing authority as well as federal regulations. However, this is going to be a patchwork of all of the above as well as common law obligations and or state rules as well. A couple examples of federal legislation would be the Energy Policy Act of 2005, the Energy Independence and Security Act of 2007, and the federal regulator would be FERC, also the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. Now, FERC has gone ahead and approved a couple of cyber standards dictating the Critical Infrastructure Protection Plan and a couple of modifications to improve the mandatory reporting of cybersecurity incidents. But more broadly on law firms, the model rules of professional conduct were 1.1 and 1.6 require that a lawyer provide competent representation and protect against unauthorized access to or unintentional disclosure of client confidences. And so, moving forward, what would my recommendations be on keeping an energy law firm online safe? Well, firstly, I would suggest hiring an information security executive. This is important to identify the person in charge because it allows them to react in real time to real-world threats. They can organize a cross-functional team consisting of law firm management across different practice areas, information technology officers, administrative personnel, and human resources to go over the data assets and risks. And that's because what your security program and policies may be is going to be dictated by what type of data you have. All type of data is not created equally. It is not equally sensitive, and this is determined by where the data is stored and what that data may be, whether it's social security numbers, credit card information, and or any of the above. Secondly would be to conduct a third-party risk assessment. And this shows the gaps in whatever current technical control, whatever that might be, and whatever weaknesses and whatever training programs that might have built up your current level of protection against cybersecurity threats. You need someone to check your blind spots. Pretty simple to see. Number 3 would be to develop cybersecurity policies and backup procedures. And again, this is going to be dictated by what type of applications your firm uses, what services they use, what data your clients provide to you. This is pretty specifically tailored to those different conditions and factors. But a couple of examples would be multi-factor authentication. That should be implemented on any application that can be accessed directly from the internet. Makes sense. You don't want to allow just because someone clicks on an attachment that to wreck your entire network. An additional example would just be full disk encryption, and that should be enabled on all devices: laptop, desktop, phones, tablets, and anything that can potentially store sensitive data. Fourth, penetration and vulnerability testing by a third party. Now, this should be done monthly, and that's because you need regular or up-to-date assessments to ensure that the system is protected against the latest known threats, and those can, those multiply almost exponentially, and so it needs to be done up to date and at a regular interval. Additionally, another idea would be to have regularly scheduled training programs to be developed by all staff. That way they can be cognizant of your practices. Fifth, provide data loss prevention services. This system is going to be critical for identifying sensitive data leaving the law firm. If someone plugs in a USB and takes something home, something like that, as well as an awareness for evaluating malicious inside threats, whether disgruntled employees or anything of the sort. And lastly would be to acquire cyber insurance. Unfortunately, hindsight is 2020, and you cannot plan for every occurrence. And so, acquiring cyber insurance is, a good idea, as well as creating a backup fund of cryptocurrency should all of your other backup plans fail. Cryptocurrency can be timely to acquire, and so you want to have that ready to go should you need to buy your own information back, to be completely honest. So thank you very much for paying attention, and hope this was useful.